What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be working on my 1996 XT225 and I'm going to be rebuilding the forks, putting some new seals in there, and I'm also going to be putting some higher viscosity oil in the forks. Instead of 10W, I'm going to be going with 15W just to stiffen it up a little bit, because I'm not a massive fan of how soft these front forks are. Okay guys, so here we are. We've got some new fork gaiters. The two guys here, fork seals, brand new is there, fork seal bullet, and here we are with the 15W fork oil. Should be good stuff. Alright guys, I'm just going to start with the super obvious stuff first. I'll probably just go ahead and do this off camera due to the fact that it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm just going to be removing the wheel. Obviously get your bike on the stand so it doesn't fall over. You've got 2 bolts here, 2 bolts up here, and then that piece, that front right hand fork will just come out all as one assembly. And then obviously on this side you're going to have to remove your speedo cable out of the holder here. So yeah, this side's pretty much the same, but yeah, should be no dramas there. Okay guys, so here I have the left hand side fork. Had to remove the brake caliper obviously, and the cable holder. So I think the next course of action will be to drain the oil out with my makeshift oil can catcher thing, and I'll be taking this boot off and having a little bit of a look at the existing fork seals. Okay guys, so I just removed the fork gaiter rather, and you can see in here there's a lot of dirt, so they obviously weren't doing their jobs. Okay, here we go. So time to drain the oil out of the fork. Let's get it. I have no idea what to expect here. There she goes. It's going to be interesting. You can see the quality of the oil. Oh my goodness. She must be quite low. I don't know how much is supposed to be in there, but okay. Okay, there we go. It's draining. Okay guys, so that took ages to drain. Not sure how much oil came out of it in total, but we'll get to that later. So now that she's drained, I've just got this on here just so that no more oil can come out of that end without going all over my computer, so that'll be good. I'm just going to dig into the seals here, so you can just get a flathead. Hopefully be able to just pry this out. There we go. Just a flathead in there. So I think, from what I've seen online, I'll be reusing this bit. This isn't the actual oil seal, it's more of just a dirt seal. And in there should be the actual oil seal we're looking to replace. So this can just come off the top for now. It looks a little bit rough, if I'm honest with you. Look, the inside's fine, but that's expected. Yeah, I think I'll just clean it up and reuse it. Hopefully it does its job alright. Okay, so I've got these cleaned up now. All the dirt's off, and they look okay. So I'm happy to be reusing them. No dramas there. We'll keep digging into this. just going to show you guys inside the leg. So here we go, it's just like this. So it's just that circlip in there. Okay, that's him. Pretty easy to do with the flathead. You just get in there and pry it out, no dramas. Okay, so what we've got next is just another rubber seal in there. I believe that will be the fork oil seal. And to get that one out, I think you just kind of ram it out. So I'll set you guys up and you can watch me do that. So there we have it, guys. That's all apart now. There's your fork seal in there, looking nice and easy to access. That's what we like. Okay, so I'm going to fiddle around with this for a little while and I'll get back to you. Alright, so sorry guys, but I forgot to film this part. So once I got that circlip out, so the order it was you last seen when this was in. Okay, so I got this out with the flathead screwdriver, and this is the fork oil seal. Okay, so this was in after that circlip, so this come out next, and then underneath that fork oil seal, sorry, was this spacer, sits in there underneath it, and then underneath that there is a metal washer, I guess we'll call it. So that slots in on this lip just here. If you can see where I'm talking about, that's in the very bottom, and then the washer sits on top of that, on this lip, on that lip. Okay, so now this is all empty. This bottom piece of the fork, completely empty. There's nothing in it at all. These lips are all in pretty good condition, so we're going to go ahead and do the reinstall. Alrighty guys, so let's start threading these on. First up, washer. Just like that. Nice and easy. And that. Spacer. Coming on next. And something like that. Next up, fork seal. Fork oil seal. I keep saying that incorrectly. Now I have this fork seal bullet, 36mm, exactly what I need. Here we go. So it's tapered, so you just press that on there like that, like so. It expands it so that it fits on the fork. Right. Great tool. Okay. So there we have it. This is what it is supposed to look like prior to installing it back into the outer fork piece. Okay guys, here we go. So we've got the pieces here ready to go. Usually there will be a little piece that slots on the end of your dampening piece. That just slots on there, and to prevent that from falling off, you sort of hold this piece at an upward angle so that this piece doesn't slide off the end of that. But for whatever reason, mine is jammed up in the bottom of this, and I can't get it out. So I'm just going to try my hardest to slot this into the piece in there. But yeah, most of the time that will come out and you'll do it in the other way. So you'll be able to slot that into there. Basically all you'll do, grab this piece, oh, you have it. That's all you'll do. And this might be difficult. Oh. Cool. Just going to double check that that's aligned at the bottom. Yep, that's all aligned there. You can see the thread if you look through the bottom. I'm not going to try and show you on the camera because it won't pick it up. But that should be all good to go. So this fork seal, first one in, you should be able to press it in with your fingers. Just try and push it in evenly all the way around, nice and spaced, just like that. Cool. So once you get to this point, you can try and push it in with, I don't know, like a flathead screwdriver or something like that, but you just got to be very careful to not damage the seal. Another good way I've come across recently is to get an old seal that you've just pulled out, put that over the top. That will prevent any damage happening to the new seal. Don't worry, this is easy to get off in the future when you finish the job. This best thing I've come across to do is you just go and grab a piece of 40mm PVC pipe from Bunnings, slot that over the top of all of it, and press down. Might have to put something underneath it on the ground without damage. See, oh, see how we go here. Drop it in. Just like that. Getting this old seal out can be tricky. Just have to get something thin. Jam it inside. There we go, she's good. Work one side, slowly make your way around. Yeah, the PVC pipe is pretty essential to get these seals in nice and evenly, because yeah, I've tried other ways and it's very hard to get it in evenly. This is proving more difficult than last time to get this out, but I think we're just about there. Just using the corner of the flathead screwdriver and sort of just prying it out. There we go. That's the old one out. And we just got to have a look down inside and see if we can see the groove that the circlip came out of, because that's the next piece that we're reinstalling. And we're good to go. So that is just going to slot straight down there. Just pretty easy to reinstall, so I'm just going to, I like to hold one side of it in, sort of my fingers like that, and then push it in with a flathead. It's going to make a fool of me. I'll just use my fingers actually. There we we go. Fingers. Greatest tool ever. Down, down, in. That's all in. It's good to go. Easy as. Okay guys, so that is the new seal installed. So next up, just the old dust seal. Remember which way this one went? That's the correct orientation there. So that's the top, and this side is the bottom. This one's pretty easy to install. Just push it in with your fingers or do the PVC method again, but fingers will be fine. Make sure she's in there nice and tight. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay guys, so now we're just going to chuck the rubber boot on. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory stuff. There's perfect fit. I like to put them right down like that. Sort of just give it a little bit of a flick. That's how good of a fit it is, it can't suck any air in. Beautiful. I'm just going to pop the top of this fork, so fill it with oil. I like to put about 355 ml of fork oil in. That's what I'm going to be going for this time. I know it is a lot, it's supposed to be a lot more accurate if you compress the fork and measure 150 ml down from the top. I'm not a professional motorbike rider, so I'm just going to go with the easy method and go 350 to 355 ml fork oil just straight to the top. All you got to do is just make sure your bottom draining bolt is just nice and tight. And yeah, so we'll get into that now. I'm going to put that in first. Again, I'm no professional, so what I like to do is just pinch my legs on this. This is the flat head there, so hold it with your legs, left hand on, straight in the center there. Loosen it up. It's always tight at the start. Flathead in behind. Sorry, the neighbours are being loud. There it is. Yeah, you just got to battle it with flathead screwdriver and the you know, whatever you want to use to push the top piece down. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too hard. So basically 355 mils of oil straight in the top. I'll get back to you when I finish that. There we have it, guys. 350 mils of fork oil installed. And we're going in with this top piece again. Just gotta play with it again. You just gotta rip in. You gotta want it. Gotta want it. It's usually a lot easier to install these things rather than uninstall them. There we go. Cool. That's installed. Okay guys, well, I might leave that one there because reinstalling the forks in the front tire on the bike is pretty much the exact same as taking them off. You know, just everything's in reverse. It's pretty self-explanatory. Should be no dramas. Thanks you guys. Talk to you on the next one.